What's going on, guys? This is Vince with vshred.com, and in today's video I'm going to bring up 4 different types of diets and help you figure out which one is right for your lifestyle. Alright, so like I said, in today's video, I'm going to run through just 4 of what I consider the most popular diets that we're hearing about on the internet or by word of mouth or whatever it might be, and helping you figure out which one is going to be best for your lifestyle. Because fact of the matter is, you could have the very best diet ever created, ever, handed to you on a silver platter right in front of you. But if you don't enjoy it and you can't find a way for it to work with your lifestyle, then it's not going to work. Since working with thousands of people over the past couple years, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that what works best for you is the best thing that you can do. Because I would much rather you follow a diet that's 80% as good as the best diet that you could follow, but if you can stick to it for years on end versus being super strict on yourself with something that you hate and only follow that for a month and then quit because you hate it, you're going to get better results in the long run. And so I would rather you follow something that's right for you, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video. And so first off, I'm going to talk with keto, because ketogenic diet, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a diet where you just have a ton of fats and you cut carbs out of your diet. And so it's good for tons of different reasons. There's tons of different health benefits to it. But if it's not right for you, what this means is that with the keto diet, you have to cut carbs out. You're for a period of time. And if you're not somebody who is able to cut carbs out of your diet, if you're someone like me who loves rice, loves potatoes, has oats for breakfast, just has carbs, a lot of carbs, it's not going to be right for you, because you have to cut those out. And then what you also have to do is make sure that you're substituting those calories with fats. I will say I've had friends who follow the keto diet and love it. I've also had people that follow the keto diet and don't love it because of their lifestyle and because of what their personal preferences are. Because you also have to make sure that you're not just going, well, I'm gonna stop eating carbs because I'm keto now. You have to make sure that you're getting the right number of fats in your body. You have to make sure you're getting it from the right sources. You got to make sure that your sodium intake is on point. You got to make sure all these things. So if you're not going to take the appropriate steps to make sure that you're following the keto diet right, you're wasting your time, and you could possibly even put your body at harm if you're not getting enough fats in your body. So ketogenic diet, it's a great diet if you're going to take the necessary steps to do it right. But if you're not going to, and you're just going to cut out carbs and you enjoy carbs and you're not going to be able to stick to that long term, it's not right for you. Next up, I got intermittent fasting, because fasting is another one that has been huge lately. I got friends who do fasting. I got friends who don't do fasting. I got friends in the industry who preach about fasting. I got friends in the industry who preach about not doing fasting. Fasting has its benefits and it has its downfalls. First off, one of the main benefits of fasting is that you're going to be able to boost your growth hormone levels. And so by stretching out how long you're going without eating in the morning, you're going to be optimizing how much fat you can burn early on. That's the main benefit to it. And with that growth hormone, it's going to help you. People say it's helped them with their cognitive function and with energy and with all these different things. But the downside to that is you don't eat for the first 6 hours of the day. If you wake up at 6 a.m., you're not eating until probably 2-3 p.m. And also, it's best for you to work out fasted. And so if you're not somebody who can work out fasted, if you're not somebody who can wait until 2 p.m. to eat, personally, I wake up, I need food. I have my eggs and I have my rice first thing in the morning, every single morning. It's what I do, it's what I love. And if you told me that I can't eat until 3 p.m. every single day, I'm not gonna be able to stick to it. So if you're somebody who has to eat breakfast, fasting is not going to be your thing. It's just as simple as that. But I will say the good thing to fasting is that when you do have this shortened eating window, you're supposed to fast for a minimum of 16 hours a day. And then the longest eating window you can have is an 8-hour eating window. Now you can go with 18-6, you can go with 24, you can go with 22-2, or you can just have one meal. Whatever it is, you have to be fasting for at least 16 hours a day. So what's good about that is with this shortened eating window, you're going to be able to eat more calories in that shortened eating window. So you're going to be able to eat these bigger meals that you normally wouldn't be able to eat. So like any other diet, benefits to it, downfalls to it. If it's not right for your lifestyle, and you're not okay with fasting until 2-3 p.m. and then stopping your fast, or then starting your fast again at 9-10 p.m., it's not gonna be right for you. So third up, and this is one that I personally really like when I'm trying to get like shredded, I'm trying to lose some body fat, is carb cycling. And carb cycling, basically, if you don't know anything about it, you are taking your carb intake and adversely taking your fat intake, and one day you're gonna have super high carbs. And then with super high carbs, you're gonna have super low fats. And then when you move forward to the next day, you're gonna drop your carbs down to low or even no carbs, and you're gonna raise your fats up. And then you can follow that low carb, high fat with moderate protein for a couple of days. You can do moderate carbs with moderate fats, and then you're going to basically be going throughout these cycles depending on what kind of schedule you're following and fluctuating your carb and fat intake. And it's going to help you with a couple of different things. It's gonna help you with, first off, having energy at the gym on your high carb days, and that mental, the psychology of dieting, because when you're following a low carb diet permanently, it's very difficult to stick to long term. And so carb cycling, by having the low carb days, you're going to help kick your body into that fat burning. You're gonna help deplete your glycogen stores. You're gonna help just use fat for energy. Just basically convince your body to take fat as your primary fuel source rather than carbs all the time. And so deplete your carb stores, follow that out for a little bit, and then what happens when you deplete your carb stores and you're in this caloric deficit is you're actually going to be producing less and less of the hormone leptin, which is commonly referred to as your body's primary fat burning hormone. And so with less and less leptin, you're going to be slowing down your metabolism. That's just a byproduct of it. That's why the high carb day is so beneficial, because you're gonna be taking these high carbs, you're gonna be taking a lot of carbs, you're gonna be boosting up this hormone, you're gonna be cranking up your metabolism due to all these extra calories in your body, and you're going to basically reset your metabolism for a couple of days, drop it back down to low carbs, and keep doing that over and over and over. So super beneficial for those of you who can't follow a low carb diet for a long time. Super beneficial for those who like having those days where you have a lot of carbs for the gym. That's one of my favorite things about it. But if you're also someone who can't follow, like I said, pros and cons to everything. If you're someone who can't follow a diet where you're constantly changing your macros, it's not gonna be right for you, because it's gonna be too difficult and you're not gonna do it. You have to be willing to do it. And if you're willing to do it, it's gonna work great, but you gotta be willing to do it. So that's gonna be the third one. And the fourth one, my all-time favorite, and I know a lot of people in the industry, their all-time favorite, flexible dieting. Flexible dieting is your carbs, fats, and your proteins. You have a certain number of carbs, fats, and proteins that you have every single day. And those are the numbers that you aim for. As long as you hit those numbers by the end of the day, you're good. So you can have donuts all day for your carbs. Now, I'm not saying you should do that. I'm not ever gonna sit here and act like a calorie is a calorie. As long as you're hitting your macros by the end of the day and you're staying in a caloric deficit or you're staying in a caloric surplus, you're going to either lose weight or gain weight, guaranteed every single time, because you're hitting your calories perfectly. And so that's my favorite, because you can technically eat more flexible. You have a flexible diet. You can change up the foods. You can have sauces with your chicken. You can have any kind of carb source that you really want if you get bored of rice and chicken. So you get to change it up a lot more. It works for a lot of people. So carb cycling and flexible dieting are the two types of diets that we teach about the most in all of our programs. And we also help you out with like macro calculators and everything. We actually have a free macro calculator in our body type quiz, link in description. But if you guys are looking for a program based around carb cycling and flexible dieting and showing you how to make these a part of your lifestyle, take the quiz below. It's going to spit out a video where I'm going to tell you all about how to what flexible dieting is, carb cycling is, and then it's going to show you which program has that included for your goals. We have a bunch of different programs: ripped in 90 days, toned in 90 days, fat loss extreme, clean bulk, different programs for different goals, and it'll match you up with the right one and give you free advice if you don't want to get a program. So that's it for today. I just wanted to go over lifestyle dieting overviews, I guess, with a really cool view. So hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel, clicking the thumbs up button below, leaving any comments of like videos you guys want me to cover, and I'll make sure to cover them. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.